Remember when you used to wake up excited about life? Now, when was the last time you felt truly excited and purposeful in your life? Like many dads in their 40s, that is a very distant memory. Now, I get it, man. I really get it. I'm a dad. I'm in my 50s now, and I understand the struggle with the grind, the disconnect from the partner and the kids, and wondering if this is all there is. You go to work every day to be a provider, be a protector. You come home, you don't feel your own needs are actually being met. And you start to get disillusioned. Why you're wondering if this is all there is to life. But you want more. You start to feel stuck. And you start to act out and, you know, behave in ways you don't want to behave, ways that you would think you would behave. So you're just not showing up to be a good dad or to be a good partner. Because again, you feel your own needs are not being met. You might struggle to communicate those needs. I know I do. Major problems communicating what I want, asking for what I needed in a relationship. Didn't feel I could. Afraid of conflict. That's another good one. Being too afraid to voice your opinion in case it causes conflicts. You don't know how to handle it. Now, unfortunately, the problem was being stuck or staying stuck is it can lead to pretty destructive behaviors. It can lead to relationships breaking up, fighting, constant fighting with the kids, just getting angry rather than dealing with situations, just rather than going through conversations or dealing with problems when they arise. You just builds up and builds up until you explode over the smallest of things. This causes more stress and more strain on yourself and on your family, and yeah, it's just not a good thing. Or it might be so destructive you do something catastrophic, it just blows the family apart. Now I know I've been there, and that was a catalyst for my own personal change. But I don't want you to do that. I don't want you to get into that situation. So my mission is to help other dads see and realise that if they're struggling with their own purpose and with other areas of their life, communication, self-confidence, fears, that there is a way around it. And there's a way to become a better father, a better partner, if that's what you want. And it's a much better way to live more authentically. And I believe the fact that you're watching this is testament to the fact that you also want to make some change, be more authentic, remove the mask that you've got. So hi, my name's Wade. I made this channel, Unmasking Dad, to help dads like yourself that might be struggling. And it's struggling in the relationship side of things with your family, but also maybe with your own self-confidence, and your own goals and your own results that you want to achieve inside or outside the family. So I'm a great believer that to turn up for your family, your kids and your partner, you've got to turn up for yourself first. You've got to work on yourself before you can actually help others. If you keep trying to help others all the time, keep giving, you're just going to wear yourself out, and you're not going to be in a position to actually cope and handle the stresses and help people properly. You're just going to disintegrate and you know self-destruct essentially, not live your authentic and true life, which is what I'm sure that you want. So what I've discovered on my journey, and the reason I've started this channel, is I've discovered there's a certain path that seems to be working quite well. It's working for me, and it's a coaching path that I've taken, and it's a coaching path that I'm learning because I'm going to be passing on those skills, and I'm going to be accredited as a coach. And that path sort of broken into three steps. Now, to start, You just need to want to change. And it sounds pretty simple, and it is pretty simple. In fact, humans to change, it only takes 2.5 seconds to make a change. The problem is staying consistent to keep that change in place. So you can decide to be a non-smoker. Absolutely decide to be a non-smoker, but it can be a challenge to work through that. You can stop drinking alcohol. I stopped drinking alcohol, so I've not to pick it up anymore. It's a challenge to work through, and once you made the decision to carry on consistently and not pick up that drink again. So it's that ability to make the change stick is the key factor. But to do that, you've got to unblock a few things. There's a few things along the way that are going to trip you up, that want to trip you up, and it's all in here, in your mind. So that's what I want to focus on in this video is that 3-step path that can help. So if we break it down into 3 areas, it's like your mind's broken into 3 areas. And the areas that will tend to hold you back, self-sabotage yourself when you're trying to do things. And the first one is limiting beliefs at the bottom there. So you've got limiting beliefs. It's what your instinct-based things. I'm not good enough. Well, I'll be judged. People will judge me for all those things. And the next level is your trapped emotions. So trapped emotions are basically things that might trigger you, and they might trigger you to respond in a certain way, to just get angry and just scream and yell, all of a sudden just react really, really fast through something else that's happened in the past. But now your trigger, whenever that happens, is just to go and just to yell and scream. My it's a bit different. My emotional response is to sulk and to be passively aggressive because I have a fear of conflict. So rather than face it head on, I was using other techniques which are not conducive to communication or resolution in any way, shape or form. So that's trapped emotions. And then above that is the third level, which is the conflicting values. So values are your authenticity, what you believe in, what you want in your life. And a lot of the time, you may have an idea of those values, but you may not accept them and actually work them out completely. But what you might be doing now versus what your values or your authentic self or what you want for your authentic self might be completely apart. You might be in a job that's not fulfilling. It's not actually fulfilling your values over here. So your job's here, your values are over here. You've got a gap. And that gap may cause you distress, depression, anxiety, all those things, unfulfillment. So getting that sorted so you know where you are and where the gaps are is really important. But being able to clear all those blocked areas which may be stopping you from getting your result is what is key. Key to transformation, key to getting you to where you want to be from where you are now, unfulfilled, no purpose, to where you want to be in any result of any part of your life, not just family life. Family life is where I like to focus for a start. So that's what my coaching that I'm doing has been focusing on. And that's what I'll be passing on in my coaching. So once I'm accredited and I get going, which is very soon, which is very exciting. But to give you an analogy of those 3 steps, just to help you understand it a little bit better, is I want you to imagine that you're going for a walk down a suburban road, down a footpath, and your destination is the result that you're after. So in a store, the store has the result that you're looking for. It might be that you can communicate your wants and your needs with your partner. It might be that you can communicate with your children more honestly. It might be that you want to be more authentic and enjoy your life. You might want to start a business to get out of the job that you're in because it's unfulfilling. You might want to give up smoking to get better health, to give up drinking because the behaviors that you have when you're drinking aren't conducive to the relationship that you're in and the family that you want to, or the family life that you want. You may be using those things as a mask to your authentic self. So that's the destination, that's the shop, that's where you want to go, that's the result. Now all you have to do is walk down the footpath to get the result, just on the journey, going the steps, every step along the way to get there. Now tucked in right behind you, as you're on this journey, are two kids, tucked in nicely behind you, a 5-year-old and a 7-year-old. Now, I want you to imagine as you start walking. Now, just to clarify, the 5-year-old and the 7-year-old, they've got one mission: to stop you. They just need you to stop taking those steps towards that result and that goal, because then that's uncomfortable. They're safe where they are. They don't want you there. So you start walking, and the 5-year-old says, "No, you're such a loser. What are you doing, you loser? You can't do that." The 7-year-old pipes up and goes, "Yeah, people are going to think you're dumb. People already think you're dumb. You can't possibly do it. They're going to judge you and think that you're stupid. You're just worthless. What the heck do you think you're doing? You can't go out there. It's dangerous." So you get a bit defensive about all that, and you turn around and start arguing with them. "Oh, I am not. I'm not. I'm good. I'm worthy. I can do all these things." Oh, and you've just dragged yourself to their level. Now, look, if you've ever had an argument with a 5-year-old or 7-year-old and you've gone to their level, it's pretty hard to win that argument. But you've stopped. You stop your momentum. Stop. You stop having that argument. You're trying to justify yourself. You're trying to work it out. So as your coach, I've got to come in. I said, "All right, you seem to have stopped on the path. Let's work out some techniques to just quieten these limiting beliefs, quieten children." So we do that, and everything goes quiet. Your mind goes quiet. No, those forces that they're not giving you that negative feedback right now. So you carry on. Start, steps, going, steps, carrying on. And you turn around, and you hear a bit of a funny noise, a bit of a muffled sobbing. Turn around and you see the 7-year-old's absolutely bawling, tears streaming down the face, shaking uncontrollably. You turn around startled and you look at the 5-year-old. The 5-year-old's just white as a sheet, looking just terrified into the distance, just absolutely petrified. And you do what any parent will do. You go, you get the 5-year-old at home, say, "Oh, what's the matter? What's going on? Oh, what's up? How can I help?" And you want to console the 7-year-old who's bawling their eyes out. So, "What's wrong? What's the matter?" Now, while you're consoling these two, with one with a bawling face and the other one that's really, really petrified, they're giving each other a high five under the table. Hey, nice. They've stopped you on your track, yet again. So as your coach, we need to clear that out. So we do some techniques to clear those trapped emotions so they don't stop you, don't trigger you into other things and other emotions and stop you where you are. So it goes quiet. Carry on. Back on the path. Making good headway. And we come to a block of shops sitting on the side there. And on that block of shops there might be all sorts of different shops. A tobacconist, a bottle store, there's a pub on the corner, there's a music store, there's some electronic equipment there, there's a games store, EV Games is sitting there, or one of those big franchises. And McDonald's as well. The 5-year-old goes, oh, I'm pretty hungry. I could go a Big Mac. And the 7-year-old goes, yeah, Big Mac would be good. But have you heard this new Grand Theft Auto game's out? We really should go and get that and play that. That sounds awesome, man. We should really go and get that game. you might have the goal of quitting smoking or quitting alcohol. There's a tobacconist store, and there's a alcohol store sitting right there as well. It might trigger you, offer to go in and buy. Got to go in and buy it. Got to go in, oh, there's a pub, I want to go sit down and have a few drinks, what can that hurt? Just be sociable for a little bit. You've stopped. You've been distracted, you've been sidetracked from your result, and you've gone back to those. So again, you've stopped while you're contemplating this. In my role, I come back as a coach, can I see you stopped again? What's happening with your values seem to be conflicted from the results that you want to get versus these old habits, these other distractions seem to be held in a higher value than what your result is. So how can we manipulate that to change that background so your focus is back on the result? So we work through the techniques and we work out those values and we keep them correctly. And you're back on that path. So now you've cleared the way. You've cleared those hurdles, those three. You know, the limiting beliefs, the blocked emotions, and the conflicting values. And you're clear to hit that result that you want. And it's so freeing and so exciting when you do that. Now I'm blown away by the coaching and these methods that I'm using and that I'm coaching myself on and getting coaching on. Just how quickly they're making changes in my own life. And that's what I want for you. It's results should be quick. They should be attainable, easy, and fairly rapid. And yes, it takes work. Absolutely takes work on your part to put the effort in. You need the results that you want. But in order to do that, what I'm going to start doing is I'm going to start a process of doing some one-on-one, free one-on-one discovery sessions on values. I think we need to start with result in values to get anywhere. And I think it's really important that you get clarity on the result and your current values, where your values sit, where that gap is. So you've got a better idea of where you need to go, a better roadmap. So I'm going to start offering that for free, and I think it's important, and the knowledge that you'll get is going to be really valuable for that. And then, you know, that's knowledge you can get, that you can use, even if you decide to work with me or not work with me. It doesn't matter in terms of coaching. But I want to offer this to people. Now it's in the processes at the moment of development. This is just stuff that I'm working out and doing. But if you're interested in learning more about it, I'm happy to go further into detail and to actually go through that value session. There's something I can actually start to do now. If it's something you're interested in, just throw a comment down below with PATH, PATH in it, and then I'll direct message you about more information and actually getting on a call with you and having a chat. It's easy as that. So I'm pretty excited to be going down this path. As I said, the results I've been getting are fantastic. So I really want to pass this on to other people, other dads, and help you get more fulfillment in your life. Just be more authentic. Be a better dad. Be a better father. Be a better you. Let's face it. It's about you first. You've got to be good with your own life and good with your own self before you can help others. And that's what I've learned, and that's what I'm doing. So yeah, really excited. So that's the path. That's the path I see and I understand, and it's quite logical in terms of the techniques that get put into those blocks and clearing them out so you can get your results a lot quicker. So yeah, really excited. I hope you get some understanding of this and it makes a little bit of sense to you. And I said, chuck that word path down there if you're interested in having a look at a strategy session on getting your values, your current values and your value gaps sort of looked at, and where you currently are, to see why you might be in the situation or feeling what you're feeling at the moment, and what you can try and do to overcome that and get better. But thank you for joining me. I said I'm Wade from Unmasking Dad, from the channel. Really, really looking forward to putting more of this content out to helping dads that are, over 40 in particular. Seems to be a hard age to to pull things back together in life. But thank you for joining me, and we'll see you next time.